Oh, hey guys, I thought I might do just a quick little video of the new CFX3 that I happened to get. Now I've got a couple with the Engels and everything else, and I was just playing around with it, but I was just sort of cooling it down, but I was quite surprised at the amp draw. At one stage, I think when it was cycling down, it was pulling about 6.4 amps out of it. So I thought I'd give Waeco a go. I've liked my Engels and everything else, but what I might do later, just have a quick look at this one, and then might do a comparo with the with the Engel I've got in the back of the car as well. So that's the two guys I've got there in the back of the Land Cruiser. Got the old Engel. I've had this one for a couple of years, but this is the combi unit, and she's been really good. And I happen to get this fella here, which is the new CFX3, but I only got it in 35 litre because I want to use it as a freezer or a drinks fridge. I've got to say, because I've got one of the old CFX 50 litres, but this is the 3 model, and they've done a couple of new things. I think new handles, a bit of a new design, sort of new screen on there. I've just got the rag in there. I mean, I've only just got this thing, I only had it for about a week, so it hasn't really sort of properly been used. But I want to do a bit of a head-to-head between these two, because I know how many amps the Engel draws, and like I said, I think these are quite, pretty good with they call them a variable speed motor on them. But I was just quite surprised how much it was pulling to sort of bring it down. I only brought it down from 27 to probably 4 in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, so that probably explains that. But I've got to say, with these new covers, I'm actually really liking the new covers that Dometic have done for these things. Because that there is almost like a rhino hide for them. They come in 4 pieces, so there's a middle bit and 2 zippered bits which go all around there, and then you've got the lid, which is just independent, and you've got these little clips on those ones up through there. So yeah, let me take this out of there, but like I said, I'm quite liking that. There's no more sort of grills on the back of the covers there, but this stuff here, there's no insulating stuff on there because it's pretty well, there's none of the silver paper, it's just more of a protective cover, so I don't think it's going to give you any extra as far as insulation is concerned. But I mean, that's still nice, quite soft and subtle, but like I said, this stuff is like a I don't know what it is, it's like a hardened plastic or something like that, but they're pretty well form fit, and like I said, that's it's almost like the rhino hide you stick on the side of your car. So I might take it out and I'll sort of just plug it in and see what she does. But I want to do, I'll put it to a side by side later with the two, and I'll see what they sort of draw over 24 hours coming down, and then I'll leave them for another 24 hours and see how much they've used. That's her down there. I haven't plugged it in, but I've just got, I've just charged this up the other day. You can see that, that's sitting on 13 volts. It's a 100 amp AGM sitting in there, and the watt meter is saying, I think 12.96 out of it. So, like I said, it's not plugged in or anything else. So that's it there. There are a couple of baskets down there, pretty good. It's like $2 or $3 from $2 shop. Good thing with these ones now, the element goes all the way around, so you haven't got that dairy shelf anymore, so the whole lot's usable. I like the tray up here. I've got a couple of Tupperware ice containers, the leak proof ones, and I can stick them up there. Like I said, it was more the amp drawer that sort of caught me off guard a little bit. The website says I think 0.9 of an 8 on average for 24 hours, so that's nearly, so say an amp, say 24 amps. And but like I said, yeah, it was quite interesting. It was sort of pulling about 6.5. We'll see if it does it the same. I'll plug it all in, then I'll turn her on. I'll set it to about 4 and see what it does. Alright, let's turn her on. Sorry, wrong button. I'm still in these things. So, mate, it's pretty warm here in WA today. I think it's about 33 degrees, about 60% humidity. It's probably about that in the garage. So let's, there you go, work it on to 4. Gives you a voltage sort of display on there. That's the temp inside the cabinet at the moment. It's on a low cutout, so just wait for the compressor to kick in now. So that little light just on the bottom there, it's gone solid, so that means the compressor's going in. You can hardly hear it. That's given us an instant of 3.7 and a watt meter saying about 3.02 down to 6.65 volts. That's about right, 12.7, 3.6. I don't know if that one's right, so that's kicking at about, so constant about 3.7. Watts meter's saying about 3.1, 3.15, thereabouts, kicking in between there. Don't know, more inclined I suppose to maybe trust the watt meter at this stage, but let's see what happens. Now we're about 30. I'll just put a bottle of water in there. Our projector is saying a draw of 4.6 amps. 4.7, 4.6. Our watt meter. And get the glare out. I'm kicking up a 3.9 now. So 3.9 on there. 4.7 on there. So 4. They're almost 0.7 of amp out between the two, so bugger if I know. Alright, so probably in the last 5 minutes, I mean it's about 2:05 in the afternoon. We've gone down from 32 to 22. And this is, I think that maybe that's just where it's bringing it down. We're down to, well, we're up to, I should say, 6.1 amps. Getting pulled with the old watt meter. And 5.1. Thereabouts, just cycling through 5.1. Maybe that's just because it's in probably turbo mode, bringing the stuff down. But so there's quite a big difference between that, and the unit's got internal shunts and whatever else in there. But like I say, that's almost an amp difference to what the screen's saying, 6.1 compared to so like 5.1, 5.2. But, pretty interesting. So we're up to 6.2 now, and so it's down to 19 in the space of 5 minutes from 32 degrees, because that's been sitting at the back of the car because it's just been travelling around the place. So it's bringing the temperature down really quick, but it would be good to average it over 24 hours to see what it does. So I've just put a sort of bottle of water in there. It's about 700 mils, I think, 750 mil. That one's about, I don't know, 3/4 full, half to 3/4. Now, check back about 10 minutes. I might put a different water bowl in there and see how we go. Alright, so it's been 15 minutes now. I say it's pretty good. It's down to 9 degrees. I just changed the water bottle over from that thing to, and look, it's just a litre cordial bottle which we keep in the fridge. It's just got cold water in it, so I'll just leave that one in there. I know it should be sort of opening it up and down, but probably what you do at camp anyway. Also that one saying 6.1, and let's say between, I don't know, 5.8 to it's all over the show. About 5 to 5.3, whereas the other one's fairly, it's starting to come down now, 5.9. So I think the compressor, I don't know whether you can hear it. These things make absolutely next to no noise, and that's the thing I like the Waecos compared to the Engles. The Engles just got a light hum, but these things are just quiet as. So we're drawing down to 5.5. Nice, holding it probably about a steady 4.6-ish, 4.7. I said 5.5. We're down about 8 degrees, so I'll come back. We'll wait till it's hit 4 and we'll go from there. Alrighty, so it just cycled off now. It's been just on 20 minutes, about 19-20 minutes, and she's gone from a cabinet temperature of 32 to 4. But I need to get one of those heat guns to see how accurate that is. But anyway, so it's just sitting on standby. Let's say it's 0.1 of an amp. The voltage has gone up to back to 12.8. And watt meter, there we go. And what's saying 0 amps coming out of it. We're on 12.8 volts, which is that one. And what have we used? 1.475 amps. So nearly 1.5 amps to draw it down from 32 degrees to 4 inside the cabinet within, say, like 20 minutes. I mean, I don't know, it's even though it sucks a bit, but it's pretty impressive, I think. So that's just gone back into standby, and you can see that little light there's not shining. It says the compressor's off, so when that goes solid, it means the compressor's working. But yeah, I'll leave it now. I'll come back and I'll leave it in 24 hours, and I'll see what it's doing. Like I say, we're in a garage. It's not insulated, and like I say, it's about 32 degrees currently outside, and it's probably that temperature inside the garage, considering the sweat coming out of the back of my head, but good old summer, can't beat it. So 12.8, 1.75 amps is drawn down. Pretty good. Alright guys, we'll see you in a day. Cheers. Alright, how you going? So it's been 24 hours, so it's just after 2 o'clock following day when we set it up. So let's have a look-see. Alright, so the fridge is sitting at 4 degrees. We're saying 12.4 on there, and we've used, according to that, 80%, and let's cycle through using nothing. 20.517 amps. 20.517 amps. So well, that's not bad over a day. I mean, that's straight from the Dometic website. I reckon it will draw a maximum amperage of 7.5 when it's cycling, or up to. I reckon 4 degrees at 32 should on average, they give 0.098 of an amp, so that works out to 23.5 odd for 24 hours. So I mean, that was on the test. It actually drew down from 31 degrees to 4 degrees. It used, in that 20 minutes, 1.475, so over 24 hours, 20.157 amps. So I'll just do a quick workout. Well, just add the quick figures. So it's 0.839 of an amp on average over 24 hours, and I mean, it's been pretty hot. I mean, I've just got the that's the Weber sort of thermometer that I use, and this is in the garage. We're on 36.2 degrees. It's just started to cycle again because it's come up to 5. So, and so there you go, 4.4ish. I mean, that's what it usually does. I've saw it a couple of times amongst that day, and it roughly works between 4.5 amps when it's cycling. And like I said, it's just on 36 degrees. Oh, I'll take it off. All there, but it was just 36 degrees in the garage. Overnight got down to 23, and I think it was about 32 degrees by 8:30 or something like that. So it's a warm day in the west. Actually, what I might do, I'll just turn that off for a sec. Well, let's see if we test this out. I'll pull out the water bottle. It's been sitting in there. That's just water, and we'll see what the cabinet. So that's 35. Let's plonk it in. It's going down. .5. There we go. Sorry about that. I had to change the thermometer because the battery just pooed itself on the other one. But I mean, it's been out for a couple of minutes, but it was sitting at about 4, about 4.2, 4.5. So I mean, that's pretty well spot on. If you're looking at, that's been sort of sitting in there for that 24 hours. It's going up a little bit now, sitting out, but 4.5 degrees, cabinet temperature set for 4, so that's pretty well spot on. So there you have it. So nothing really scientific, just to give you guys a good idea of sort of what's it done. It just did a another cycle through, so let's call it 20.75, which is another amp above, but That's pretty good. Anyway, just gives you an idea of what the new Dometic Waecos do. Alright, cheers guys, I'll see you next time.